Hello there everyone, nubkeks here, welcome back to Nub Raids, and in today's video, we are pulling shards for 3 lucky viewers. At least I hope they're lucky. The shard pulls here in the channel can sometimes be a little bit unlucky, but I've got a good feeling. About this one. We are starting off on Solstickan's account. I probably said that completely wrong, and I apologize. But he's doing a cool challenge, right? He's doing a challenge where he is trying to get Lydia in 200 days. Which I think that's pretty intimidating. I'd be thinking, more like 365, a full year to get Lydia. That in itself is even pretty tough. He is trying to do it in just 200 days. So really wish him the best of luck here. And he's looking for, there's a few different epics that he's really looking for to really help with that faction wars. Grush. So he wants to pull a Grush. Obviously, he can't wait until he gets him from logins because he's trying to do it in 200 days. Taragi the Frog, Hatatsu, or obviously any legendaries that would help with faction wars. We're pulling 10 sacred shards. Let's go. Everything is ready. All we need is some luck. Starting off with an epic, Sepulchre Sentinel. Actually not bad for Knight Revenant. That is cool. Could help him with Clan Boss. Obviously, with this few days, stuff is limited. So that is potentially okay. Not amazing for faction wars now, but not bad. We have another epic, Aox. Okay. If he doesn't have Aox, actually a fantastic champion for Lizardman Faction Wars. He brings you the decreased defense and the healing. That really combos well with a Broadmaw, right? Broadmaw brings you the speed boosting, the revive. Aox brings the healing. Taurus, this guy can be good for skinwalkers, putting out lots of poisons. That can help you get through stuff. It's going to be awkward, though. You're going to need a reviver in there. So, questionable. Let's go again. Here we go. Oh, still no gold. Show us the gold. Delver. Oh dear. Let's move on quickly. Less said about Delver, the better. Still no gold. Lady Quillen. Probably a lot of newer players got her. I don't think she's great. Faction Wars is maybe the one area where she could be okay. So it depends on the Bannerlords stuff we've got going on. I'd say Bannerlords is usually an easy faction, but that's because you can get like Archmage Helmet from doing Doom Tower. Hexia, again, really probably would not be building her at all. Come on, there's a gold. Let's see what... Oh, okay. All right, Lady Quillen, you're gone. Thanks, it was nice knowing you. We got ourselves a new nuker for the Bannerlords, Staltus Dragonbane. This guy is one of the best defensive nukers in the entire game. He has a 3-turn cooldown, double hitter. This move absolutely slaps, and each hit has a 65% chance to place a stun as well. So it just does everything. Big AoE hit, hits hard with a really good chance to stun. He has a second AoE on a 4-turn cooldown then. So 2 different AoEs he can throw out. And the really fun thing about this one is that it puts increased defense on this champion for 3 turns before attacking. And he is a defensive-based nuker. So this is the thing that makes him different from other defensive-based nukers. With those champions, it's actually very difficult in Arena to enable them. Especially in a speed team, it's kind of like you've either got Sifi or you're not making a speed team with a defensive nuker, like at the really high end. This guy can work though because he gives himself increased defense. You don't need that Sifi, and you can run him in a speed team much more easily as like your big nuker. And obviously he can take a hit himself. It does have some debuffs, which are okay, not amazing, but okay. His A1 does steal turn meter, or sorry, not steal, it decreases turn meter if the target's under any debuff. Then he's got a really cool passive. Whenever an enemy attempts to place weaken or decrease defense or poison on this champion, reflects them back onto the attacker. I love that. That is such a nice thing. It's not always going to be useful, but it's cool. He has a Dracomorph on his head, so it's sort of that theme. This is what Dracomorph does. It's like he's there to kill Dracomorph. But more importantly is this. Damage increases by 5% for each debuff on the target. So this is what really lets him absolutely smack. He's got a defense on all battles aura. This is a great champion. A lot of people really want Staltus at the moment. I do think his big weakness is probably his affinity. It's going to be helpful for some comps, but he's not going to be a nuker that you use in every single composition. And by the way, for Faction Wars, absolutely insane. Crimson Helm, decent for Faction Wars as well. She does throw out Provoke. Revive on death on all allies is not bad with increased defense. Not amazing, but not bad. But yeah, Staltus, he's cool. It's just weak against Duchess on offense is the only problem. We've got Grush. So not Grush. We got Grunch. this could be a decent option, right? He could be a decent option. I know you were looking for Grush. Grunge could be okay because he does have a cleanse and puts out a bunch of continuous heals, right? Then he has an AoE with bombs. His A1 can put block buffs. He's got a passive, fills turn meter whenever bombs detonate. I think Grunge, I actually don't have him myself, but I think he's probably not a bad Faction War champion. Actually not bad. Oh, and we're ending with an epic. Venomage. Well, boom. Lizardman. I mean, between Aox and Venomage, let's actually check that out. I mean, Lizardman is locked down. Let's see how we are doing. So Bannerlords. Okay, this is huge. You've got Cythalia. There's your healing. Stultus. There's your nuke. Archmage gives you your control. Cool. Good. Bannerlords. You just beat Bannerlords. Awesome stuff. We look at the Lizards. No legendaries right there. Aox looks to be new. Broadmaw pretty new. But yeah, right there we've got Aox with Venomage. Broadmaw. Oh, looks like we had Venomage already. Okay, never mind. But you should be now in a really good spot. You got the damage at Venomage. You got the healing with Aox. Perfect stuff. There we go. That was Solstickan's account. Only one legendary, but it was a really, really good one. All right, then. Next up, we are on Mikkel's account. We've got 13 sacred shards here, guys. Let's dive in. 13 shards. Come on. Let's see some gold. We want to see at least 2 gold. Come on. Let's see 2 gold. That is what we want. That would be a nice bit of luck. What can we get? Thylesia, by the way, she's really good. Bushi, absolutely terrible, or Bushy. Unfortunately, it just feels weird. Here we go. Ooh, okay, a Bess. Okay. You can tell from her visuals, right? She's obviously a really old school champion. She is actually pretty decent though. What's her move? Yeah, she's got a 3-turn cooldown, AoE decreased defense. She does hit very hard. Divine Wrath is an AoE attack. The damage inflicted proportional to either this champion's attack or the target's defense or attack stat, whichever is highest. So that's definitely kind of funky. It's a bit different. Does 30% extra crit damage if the target's attack is highest, and ignores 30% of the target's defense if the target's defense is highest. So she is a double AoE damage dealer, 3-turn and 4-turn. She does hit pretty hard. She's an interesting nuker. Like there's a couple of secret rooms where she's quite good as a force affinity attack based champion. She's obviously really good for speedrunning Sacred Order faction crypt as well. Not bad. She's a good force affinity nuker for arena if you need one as well. Definitely not a crazy champion, but solid. Steel Skull actually remains solid for faction wars for skinwalkers. Brings a nice bit of healing and increased defense. Thanasil used to be good. I think he's really been power crept. Not really much use for him. I wouldn't bother with Thanasil, to be honest, unfortunately. He looks cool, but he's bad. And Allure! Hey, oh, okay, here we go. This is one of the most overpowered epics in the game. This A1 is so insane against single target bosses. 3 hits at random. Doesn't matter if it's a single target boss. 3 hits, each crit. 25% turn meter deplete for a total of 75% turn meter depletion every single turn because you turn off her other abilities. This is a champion that you can definitely build multiple copies of for things like Dark Fae, for things like the Scarab boss in Doom Tower, for speed running those bosses. She is MVP. For Fire Knight, she is MVP. I don't know if we had her actually. Let me check that straight away. Easiest way to check, of course, is actually by doing this. Oh, we do. Oh no, she's actually the 3rd Allure. So shucks. It's a great pull. I don't know if you need 3. I don't think you need 3. Let's see if we can get him something better to make up for it. Fang Cleric is definitely not something better. Moving swiftly on. Taurus. Taurus is a good one to have. He opens up poison explosion comps, putting out so many poisons. So when you get a reset champ like Kaimar, an exploder like Elenarl, you put him in with like a Dark Kale and you start to build a really good comp. That's kind of interesting. Oh man, where is the gold? We are not seeing any gold. We've got 4 shards left. Big head marksman, off you go. Get out of here with your big head. Come on. Here we go. Ooh. I really like War Mother. I think War Mother is a super underrated champion. She has an AoE attack that puts out 2 bombs. Now these bombs do 100% bonus damage against bosses. She's one of the best damage dealers for like normal hard Hydra for sure. Even brutal, she's probably going to put up a pretty good show. Then she has another AoE, instantly detonates all bombs if she's under increased attack. So that's like a cool thing to do. Very nice. You want her to be under increased attack anyway for the bombs to do more damage. Then she has a double hitter with each hit placing decreased attack, which means that even if she's against, let's say, against a force affinity enemy, even if she weak hits, so long as she lands one normal hit even with this A1, she will place decreased attack. So she's a very consistent champ for decreased attack. I think she's great. Accuracy and faction crypts, that's good too. She's one of my most wanted champions. I just think for doing Hydra, she is one of the most fun and most powerful damage dealers there. Filja, she's a good champion for Faction Wars. She can be a pretty decent champion as well with a deplete turn meter. She self-buffs too. She could be quite good for Dark Fae. Yeah, I mean, Abyss and War Mother, it's not a bad haul. Can we get one more though with our one more shard? Quargan the Crowned, not a bad Faction War type champion. Here we go, the last shard. It's an epic, and it is a red guy. Okay, cool. Well, there we go. Hopefully War Mother was new. Let's take a quick gander here. War Mother, is she new? No, she's a duplicate as well. Well, I tell you what, 10% bonus attack, and I tell you, don't sleep on War Mother. Do not sleep on it. Okay, I'm going to break my heart if this is a duplicate Abyss. Okay, it's not. It's a new Abyss. And let's see, how are we doing on Sacred Order? Actually pretty low on Legendaries. That actually is pretty cool. Do we have a Deacon? We've got a Deacon, but that's okay. You can still run Abyss. Abyss is a better decreased defense champ for Faction Wars for speed farming. She hits way harder. Abyss plus Astralon, Roshgar. Like, you got the stuff here to rip this apart. Cool. All right, decent pulls. It's a pity the War Mother is a dupe, but I tell you, build up that War Mother. She's actually a really underrated champion. I do have a video on her. I'll do another one eventually when I pull her myself, but yeah, underrated. There we go. They were the pulls from Mikkel. All right, guys, then for the final account today, we are on Veng's account. Is it Veng? V-E-N-G? V English? Who knows? We're pulling 20 sacred shards. We are going to run out of space, actually, so we'll figure out. We'll pull 15 and then we'll figure out what the heck we're going to do. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Can we see Michinaki? We've not seen him yet. Oh, no. What? I didn't know you could pull Ultimate Death Knight. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I guess his event just ended. Oh, that's... Oh my god, that's kind of sickening, isn't it? I don't know, maybe that's a great thing, maybe it's a terrible thing, who knows? You can pull Ultimate Death Knight from Sacred Shards. Now you know. Oh god, it's Norog. Oh my god, back-to-back legendaries. Norog, for me, one of the most disappointing legendaries in the game. He needs a buff, or he needs like an extra move. He needs something to make him good. Norog, no good. Come on. Oh, okay. It's not a legendary this time. Vergis better than Norog, in my opinion, overall. Actually really good for soloing some stuff, like the Scarab boss. And I think he's quite good for Iron Twins as well. Good ally protector from the Epic. So not a bad champion. He's a nightmare in Arena when you start the game. Ooh, Rain Beast, actually YST's favorite. Pretty cool. Definitely outdated. He's okay for Faction Wars. That's about it. Oh, another one. Oh my god. Danag Skull Reap. I think this guy's kind of interesting, right? He has an AoE with decreased accuracy and true fear. And champions from High Elf and Dark Elves cannot resist these debuffs. That's kind of exciting. The big one, of course, being Mithrala Lifebane. She has ridiculous resistance because it adds her accuracy to her resistance. She can't resist it, and it puts decreased accuracy on her. And then it true fears her, so she can't cleanse. I think that's a really, really useful thing for someone to bring, like Mithrala Lifebane counter, that a champion that everyone gets and is ridiculous in Arena, very difficult to face. So I think Danag is really underrated because of that. I think he's pretty cool, actually. Heals himself when he kills someone, extra turn if it's a High Elf or Dark Elf. He's good against like Arbiters and stuff like that too. It is raining legendaries here on Venge's account. It's like Plarium feels bad that I'm mispronouncing his name on purpose. Actually, I'm not on purpose. I just don't know how to pronounce it. So like, yeah, you know what? Give this guy all the Legos. Oh, the loading. I thought it was another one. Hitatsu, very, very good epic there, actually. Faction War MVP, no doubt. Early game progression MVP. It's another legendary. Oh, and it's a good one. Sissia Flametongue. That is really nice. This is absolutely a champion as well that very happy to get dupes of if it's a dupe. Very, very happy. AoE HP burn. gives her an extra turn if she puts it on all enemies. Then AoE Weaken puts decreased defense if 2 enemies of HP burn, and then activates the HP burns. So you can run like multiple of them. Even just one Sissia just completely skyrockets the potential for your spider farming team. She's so good for that. Exploding the burns is just a game changer, complete game changer. She's a beast for Hydra as well. So you could have multiple probably built up for Hydra in like real gear. You could have some in like terrible gear for Spider, for speed farming Spider. This is a champion. You could have 6 copies of her and you'd probably still be pretty happy. Can't complain about it. Got ourselves a Jarag. The epics just aren't exciting because we're hitting gold so gosh darn much. Who is this? Chancellor Yasmin. Budget Cythalia. Not great. Okay for Faction Wars. That's about it, I guess. Karam. He got buffed. I think he's still fairly useless as far as I'm aware. Oh, we've got a few. Oh, Gorgrab. Gorgrab. Actually a good epic. A very good epic. Another epic. We're just getting epics in a row. Have we used up the gold luck? Maybe we have. Here we go. This is the last one I think we're able to pull. We got ourselves a Grunge Killjoy. Oh, go away with this stuff. Go away. Go away. Go away. I want to check this. Faction Guardians. We've got only one slot of the sparring pit. I like it. Oh, look at that. We've got very few dupes. So very new account here. This is exciting. Looks like Sissia is brand new. That is absolutely fantastic. I've already forgotten all the champions that we pulled. Who else did we pull? We've got a Helior. Yeah, we really don't have that many legendaries. Surely we had Ultimate Death Knight already. We did. Actually, Undead is a pretty good faction for you. So the Sissia is brand new. That is fantastic. Grunch is brand new, looks like. Norog is new. And again, you've already got Uko, so I really don't know if Norog brings much, but it's not bad. Danag is actually going to be very helpful for faction wars. Like Tila is really not great. Not great. Danag's a big deal. That is good. That is good. And I guess it's your first legendary dupe. Hey, he isn't even maxed out Ultimate Death Knight. Ultimate Death Knight's like, can't have that. Gotta go have some more. Oh my goodness. All right, I'll be right back 1 sec. All right, we're good. Freed up some space. So handy. The reserve vault. Just like put some uncommon champions in the reserve vault. Free up some space. We're pulling the last 5. Here we go. We're going to try get him. He hasn't quite got to that top legendary book there. So we're going for the legendary book. I'm feeling unlucky now, man. Did we use up all the gold luck, or is there another gold in the last 3 shards? One thing as well, we've not seen like almost any epics from the new have we seen any epic from the new faction yet? Miscreated Monster, absolutely amazing. And the last shard. Can it be gold as well? It's not gold, but I thought it was the new faction. It's not the new faction. It's Arndulf. Old Arnie. All right. Well, you know what? If Miscreated Monster's new, that's actually a pretty nice one to end on. And yeah, he is new, so that's absolutely huge. He's so good for that faction grip, getting you past those Valkyrie waves on stage 21. There we go. VENG. Your pulls are complete. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys had similar luck to the viewers. It's always fun to see, like, across multiple accounts, how different people did, and you can try to figure out like what you would do if you were them and all that. It's always fun. I always like that, imagining if I was to pull 10 sacred shards, would I be happy if this next 10 sacreds matched my pulls? That's always a fun experiment. Guys, thank you. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see y'all soon. Bye bye.